In the whole planet, Africa has the largest quantity of natural resources, including diamonds, gold, iron, uranium, cobalt, silver, petroleum, and other various precious minerals that you could be able to mention. But Africa continues to wallow in poverty, ignorance, and diseases. We have the richest soils in Africa. We have the best climate, best weather to support agriculture. But Africa continues to starve. There is no food in Africa. There is hunger. Majority of people goes to bed without food. And yet we continue to blame problems facing Africa to Western countries. Of course, they have exploited natural resources from Africa. But what have we done ourselves to solve problems facing Africa? We have failed ourselves. We have to start discussing problems facing Africa and provide solution to those problems. And the problem number one is leadership in Africa. Leadership in every single country in Africa is the genesis of problems that we have in Africa. Because we have leaders who have their own selfish interests. They don't have interest of people in their own hearts. They want to become richer. They want to accumulate wealth using natural resources found in various countries in Africa. We have leaders who want to stay in power indefinitely. Leaders who have been in power even before we were born. Even now, they are in power. We have leaders who are changing the constitution to remove term limits in order to stay in power forever. And we as African people, we are waiting for death to remove these people from power instead of doing it ourselves. We are waiting for death to solve this problem for us. We are just standing waiting. It is a sacrifice if we need Africa to be better. These leaders have caused Africa to have war, to be in conflict, because they don't want to hand over power. These leaders, they blame West countries. They blame Western countries for problems facing Africa. And now they have turned it to East, they have turned it to China. Now China is in Africa. China is in every single country in Africa. And China is exploiting Africa. Because what they do, they come to build roads, build railways, various infrastructure, bridges, but they bring every single raw material from China. They bring sand, cement, nails, hammer, every single thing that they will use, it will come from China. They bring their own labor, machine operators. They don't provide job opportunities to African people. They bring containers to sleep in. And you call that partnership, that's exploitation. They're exploiting Africa. They have taken toll over African resources. And that's what I'm telling African people to see what is happening now. 21st century kind of exploitation from China. Because these leaders are benefiting themselves from China. And they have allowed China to exploit Africa. As they blame Western countries. Such kind of double standards. We as African people, we have to stand up